Hey everybody, wake up. This is Wake Up with Mark Joyner, episode number 73. And today I'm going to spoil all of your favorite shows in one paragraph. Okay, if you don't want your shows spoiled, you better not listen because I'm going to spoil all of them. Every single one of them. Here's how it's going to go down, all right? The first couple seasons are going to be amazing. Amazing. They might even keep it up for a little while. Who knows? Maybe even 5 seasons like Game of Thrones did. All right. And then what's going to happen is people are going to start getting lazy and the quality of the show is going to go down. You're going to keep watching it anyway. Why? Because you're hooked. You fall in love with these characters and you want to find out what's going to happen to you. So you keep watching even after it sucks. And then what's going to happen at the end is you're going to look back at this whole thing. You're going to be very, very unsatisfied with the way that they ended it. You're going to say, man, I watched it for all these seasons for that. To experience that ending, I'm so unhappy with the way it ended. I wanted there to be a perfect ending. And then you were going to look back on your life and you're going to wish that you had spent your time another way. Why? Because when you watch that show, it's not just eating up the time that you spend watching it. It's also eating up the brain space that you spend thinking about it. Think about it, right? How much time do you spend thinking about and talking about that TV show with your friends, right? You fantasize, ooh, I wonder what's going to happen. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to this. All of that time is really critical. That is time that you could be spending fantasizing about your actual future. Planting seeds in your unconscious mind to tell it to come up with plots and schemes to allow you to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Every time you're dumping that other junk into your head, it is taking away that opportunity for you to program your own mind, for you to operate your own mind correctly. Think about that. And how many times have you been satisfied? Have you ever looked back on a show, you watch it from beginning to end and go, man, I'm really happy I watched that. I'm happy with the way it ended. I'm happy I experienced the whole thing. I can think of there's maybe one show where I was pretty happy from beginning to end, and that was probably Breaking Bad. I gotta say, they ended that pretty damn well. They kept the whole thing going all the way to the end. It was the consistency of the quality was high all the way to the end. But I got to ask myself, what did I get from watching that? Yeah, it was entertaining. It was extremely well done. What benefit did I get from watching that show? I watched every single episode of that. I did. And I got to admit, it was super entertaining. I enjoyed it. But did it add tangible value to my life? Is there other entertainment that would have been more valuable? Let's look at Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones actually had some legitimate stuff in there that I thought it was really teaching. I don't know if I learned anything necessarily from Breaking Bad, right? I might have learned a little bit about the meth cooking business. Not that that's ever going to do me any good in my life. I don't know what else I learned from that. Game of Thrones did teach me some actual legitimate wisdom. But what if I had watched an adaptation of Shakespeare, right? What if I had exposed myself to some real high art in that same period of time? Now, every time I read Shakespeare, I feel greatly enriched. I feel like my brain has been upgraded. I feel like my relationship with poetry is improved. My understanding of poetry is improved. My understanding of the human language is improved. My understanding of humanity is improved. I never question it. I never regret sitting down and reading Shakespeare or reading great literature. But I almost always regret watching the crap that's on popular culture. Most of it is a glorified soap opera. Okay, Breaking Bad, I hate to tell you guys, for those of you who love the show, it's a freaking soap opera, okay? It's an amazingly well told one. It's extremely interesting. You do get some interesting insights into human nature, But do you need 8 seasons of that? Is that how many it was? About 8 or so seasons? Do you need all of that time to get the juice that you would have got from that? I get probably 10x the juice from reading a couple pages of Shakespeare than I get from an entire season of watching a show. I think I'm done with shows. After Game of Thrones now that it's actually over, there's a bonus episode. I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. I look back on it and I think, was that really the best use of my time? Should I have spent that time doing something else? Would I have been more greatly enriched had I taken that same time and focused it on solving the problems that I need to solve to achieve the things that I want to achieve? Now, some of you are going to say, well, you need to enjoy your life. Yes, you do. Yes, you do indeed. You do need a little bit of decompression. You need to recover. But I will tell you, I think that you're going to get greater enjoyment. You're going to get greater satisfaction from pushing yourself really hard. And if you need recovery time, don't spend that recovery time watching stuff that is not programming you in a healthy way. Spend that recovery time. This is my alarm telling me every 30 minutes. I need to move, by the way. It's going off now in the middle of this video. Something for you to try. Every 30 minutes, see if you can move around. I'm at my standing desk. Every 30 minutes, I take a break. I loosen up my spine. I do some movement. I drink some water. Then I come back and I hit it again. That allows me to go a lot longer. Tangent, but a useful one. All of that time that I spend watching that garbage, I think could be spent far, far better. And if the dichotomy you're living under is, well, you know, it's either watch these shows or don't enjoy my life, it's a false dichotomy. There are many, many other ways to enjoy your life. There are far, far more enjoyable things than watching shows. I would much rather actually live my life. I would much rather actually accomplish something than watch people on TV living their lives, accomplishing stuff. I get way more satisfaction out of that. And when I go to sleep at night, if I look back on having had a kick-ass day where I really pushed myself, I always feel better about myself at the end of that day. I always enjoy that a lot more. When I watch garbage entertainment, it leaves me feeling empty and guilty. It's the same feeling I get if I just downed a bag of Doritos, something that does not happen for me very often, okay? Rarer and rarer over time as I get more and more control over my own mind, as I get clearer about my priorities, as I get firmer about my boundaries and my rules. Those things happen less. Why? Because the consequences I know are dire. The consequences of me eating that bag of Doritos and watching that junk food are quite severe. I think they're more severe than you are facing. You're probably not facing how severe the consequences are, and you're not willing to go out there and push yourself to do something really challenging instead. I challenge you now to do that. Take that same time that you're spending watching TV and go engage in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. Go start doing some Muay Thai. Start training with somebody physically. Start a chess club where you're playing chess every night, or go a mathematics club, something where you're engaging your body or your mind, not where you are sitting in front of a screen getting programmed. Because trust me, it is programming you. And it is programming you according to someone else's agenda, not according to yours. All right, folks, you have a beautiful day. I know I'm going to do. I got all kinds of stuff that I want to get done today because I want to feel amazing, because I have things I am looking forward to that I want so bad that I'm going to bust my ass today to make those things happen. Think about that. Maybe that's how y'all could spend your day today.